John Leonard, CEO of Intellia Therapeutics, has just finished an hour-long meeting in the company's Boston headquarters, which is a 5-minute jog from the MIT campus. He stretches his arms, interlocks his fingers and rests them at the back of his head. For a moment, the 64-year-old is relaxed. But he immediately reanimates when explaining the science of DNA editing, excitedly using markers, a duster and whatever else he can find to make his point. "I've used my wife's necklaces on occasion," he says. Leonard suggests imagining human DNA as a necklace made of 3 billion beads and 4 different colors. The challenge 54 is how do you find 20 beads to the exclusion of everything else, he adds. The beads he's referring to are genes, sections of DNA which give cells the instructions they need to do their work. Many companies use Crispr, a revolutionary method of precisely editing DNA which was the basis for the Nobel Prize in Chemistry in 2020, to snip disease-causing genes in the lab and then inject the fixed cells back into patients. Intellia does that too. But it is its other gene editing platform which has grabbed eyeballs at Wall Street. The $3.6 billion market cap company has figured out how to use Cripsr outside of the lab, inside a living human. Their work could have major implications in developing new drugs for genetic diseases that currently only have limited or no treatments. Intellia is the first to do in vivo genome editing in a systemic manner. "I think that's the real differentiating factor for me," says Jack Allen, senior analyst at Baird Equity Research. Despite the novelty of its gene editing technology, the company is facing significant headwinds. In the last 12 months it lost $277 million on revenues of $33 million. Revenues have been declining on a quarterly basis since 2020 while losses have been widening. The company has raised a total of $1.8 billion, including $115 million when it went public in 2016, and they still have $1 billion in cash on hand. But at present burn rates, that will only a couple of years. Intellia has one promising drug in early-stage clinical trials, but around 90% of treatments at this stage fail to reach the market. And then there is the patent battle over their core technology. It sounds pretty grim, and Intellia's stock has taken a beating. Since the start of the year, Intellia's shares are 62% down compared to 23% for the Nasdaq and 24% for Nasdaq's Biotech index. Still, Intellia has at least one ace in the hole. The man who runs the company is no stranger to these challenges. Leonard, a medical doctor by training, has a track record which few others can point to in this industry. In 1992, Leonard joined Abbott where his team's research earned an FDA approval for HIV drug, Norvir and Kaletra, which helped curtail the AIDS epidemic in the 90s.